today we're making some fruit garnishes. So we're going to start today with a honeydew melon that we're going to carve into some kind of crown for display for cheese tray or raw vegetable or for a buffet. So you start on the side of the melon with some cut. It almost look like S's, like a small S, just like that. And you're gonna go around the melon, pretty much doing the same shape over and over. Like this. You try to be kind of even in shapes, and when you get to the end, you want to keep an eye of where the first cut was to make sure you end up in the right spot. Like that. So now you have the crown made. You can open it up just like that. Now I'm going to clean up one of them to show you. I've been doing fruit carving for a long time. When I work in Boston at different hotels, we need to do decoration like this when we do Sunday brunches or wedding or parties. So I've been doing this a little while. It's not the first melon, definitely. Now you go back to do a little bit more details on the melon. So you're going to do like a little notch between, let's call it petals. So you're going to do a little notch just like that in each of the petals. So when this is done now, you're going to take the knife and between the skin and the flesh, you're going to make a cut for each of the petals, just like that. Okay, and when this is done, now you have a cut. What you want to do is you want to push the little wedge you did. Oh, this one is not cut. So you want to cut. You want to push that little wedge inside to open the melon. Just like that. Very easy. If you want, you can let it sit like this, or if you want to make it go sideways, you make a little cut on the other side, and now the melon can stand up. So very easy melon to do, as long as you can buy maybe 20 or 30 of those and practice. Now for another fruit carving, we're going to do a little swan. Again, it goes on different buffet or cheese tray, usually a cheese tray, because it gives you a little bit of height on the thing. So now you're going to start by making pretty much like the shape of a Christmas tree on the melon. So you do the top of the tree, or that's what I call it, a tree, and then you do the branches on each side of them, just like that. That's one side of the tree. That's one. Now you want to take that section off. So what I do usually, I just split it in half and just try to pop it out. Just like that. One more piece at the top here. So now you have, this is going to be the back of the swan. So now I'm going to turn the melon around, and we're going to work on the upper part of the melon. I'm going to cut a little section here, a little rectangle. And now you want to go, this is the back of the melon, the back of the bird. Now I'm going to swing it around, and we're going to do the front of the bird. So I'm going to start by making the head of the swan. So that's the top of the head. That's the top of the beak. That's the bottom of the beak. And now that's the neck, one side of the neck. This is the back of the bird. And now you carve the melon around, and you come back at the top. of the melon, right pretty much at the center of the melon. Go back to the other side and do the same cut pretty much, coming to the top just like that. Now you join that section to the head. You don't want to go in the head, but you do, and you're going to pull one section out, the other section out. So now you can see you have the head and the neck of the bird, and in the back you have some kind of shape of the wings. What you want to do now is open up that section at the top to separate the two wings like this, and you can see you have your small Christmas tree at the bottom. Now you're going to keep on doing some cuts to get to the top. Hold on to the wing to make sure it doesn't break, because as it gets to the thinner part of the animal, it's a little bit trickier. So you want to go a little bit slowly in that section. See, you finish cutting that side. Now you're going to do the other side. Now you're taking those little pieces out. Now you want to go back to the front of the animal and start cutting some notches all around the bottom part of the neck, all the way to the top of the wing. The more cut you make, the better and more intricate the carving is going to be. If you don't want to cut that section, you want to leave it plain, you can do that. You can just fill the bottom of the cavity with some strawberries or other fruit, but it's pretty easy. You can see as I'm getting to the top again, I'm going to start slowing down because it gets a little bit more difficult. Go back to the bottom, cut the other side. I tend to not to clean the inside of the melon yet until the carving is pretty much done, because it gives you a little bit more stability and the wings won't break in your hand. Okay, that section is done. What I did is I took a toothpick and I burned one end of it, so you can cut a little piece of it, and that's going to be the eye of the bird. So with the toothpicks, I make a hole in the spot I think the eye should go, and then you can insert the burned toothpicks, and then now you have a little eye showing on the bird. At this point of the carving, you can clean now the inside of the cavity. So you can clean up all this, all the seed, to make it clean, and that section here, you're going to be able to put strawberries in it for decoration, or any kind of fruit. If you want to cut a little bit more, you can use a zester and then cut more section, just like that, just to make a little bit more detail on the neck. You can also spin it around and do almost like a leaf kind of shape in the middle of the wing to make like some kind of feather looking area. That's it. You can do the other wing just like the same way. And again, the more cut you make, the more detail you're going to see on the animal. So that's the front and that's the back.